Alright guys, hello, welcome to another React learning video. But in this video I'm gonna kind of skip things a little bit because you see this managing state, it says intermediate, but when I gotta look into it, these are kind of quizzes and stuff. These are small things that may not be required for us right now. You see, you type something and it gives you error. It says try again. Good guess, but wrong answer. Try again, and this is the correct answer. You have to type it in lowercase for this to work. You type Lima, and you get that's right. All right, you see, this is kind of a little bit of a advanced stuff, but it's not recommended for us right now. So I'm gonna literally just run through things and what this code and what this stats is choosing. Use that you use a store something here, but we don't actually need to store something here because the way we just simply can do it in an if else statement. Type the correct answer. If the answer is right, do this. If else, just display at the bottom that you're wrong. That's a wrong answer. Try again. We can do that, but it's alright. We can do it as a variable as well. We give a variable 3 names, and if it's correct, display this. If not correct, display this. If else, return. I mean, the default is type the answer, and if it's correct, do this. If it's not correct, do this. I can do it in many other ways, but this is not one of the ways. But since this is like a managing state explanation, so they're telling us things. Anyway, choosing this state structure, first name, second name, and your ticket will be issued to. That's it. This is also a simple one. First name, second name, your ticket will be. You can remove the full name by calculating. Did they mention that? Yeah, they mentioned it here. Full name, ticket, first name, plus. Alright. Sharing stat between components. Alright, you click this and it will show here, and you click this, it will show and display. Here, this is a simple bit of a showcase, I guess. Alright, preserving and resetting state. When you re-enter a component, React decide to which part of the tree to keep and update. Alright, what it does is this button literally changes the default values, but the thing is the code is the main thing here. Contact list, contact to contact, chat div, contact to, contact list, chat, this is kind of simple thing, but they just literally divided things like this, email, value and stuff, but they called everything here. But instead of doing this, they could have just made another one called data.js and put a variable in there and put everything from here. Instead of this constant, they could just call all the contacts from that by importing contact list. But here they didn't import the contact list, they literally called back the contact function. Anyway, it's a good way. It's also something similar, but here what they did is, wait, why it's showing it's not responsive. It's really being responsive, and I'm working on it, which shows once again I will have to restart it, reload it. All right, guys. Oh, this is not in the responsive. Okay, let's refresh it. All right, it's reloaded. Extracting state logic into a reducer. Passing data deeply with context. Section. Heading. Level context. This is a way complicated one. A complicated one. Case 6. They call switch statement. I don't know why they call this for, but it's alright. They just made a passing data deeply with context. Alright, scaling up with a reducer context. Reducer lets you consolidate component state update logic. Context lets you pass information deep down to other components. You can combine reducers and context together and to manage state of a complex screen. With this approach, a parent component. Alright, guys, this is kind of something we are not needed. This is something for you to understand how multiple managing works, multiple JS document management works. But the main thing is day off in Kyoto, add list, task list, task provider, add task, task list, task contexts, and that's task provider. I mean, this whole thing is wait, this task provider gets returned. The task app gets returned. Reacting to input with state. React uses a declarative way to manipulate the UI instead of manipulating individual pieces of the UI directly. You describe the different state that your component can be in and switch between them in response to any of the user input. Similar to how designers think about the UI. You will learn how declarative UI programming and okay. Same quiz. Okay, what's the correct answer? Istanbul. They don't know where you want to go. They just want you to follow your command. It's called imperative command. Each element from the spinner to the bottom telling you a computer how to update the UI. In this example of imperative UI programming, the form is built without React. It uses the built-in browser DOM. Thinking about UI declarative, you haven't seen how to implement a form imperative above. To understand how to think in React, you will walk through the implementation of UI in React. Identify your components, different visual states, determine what triggers those state changes, represent the state in memory using useState, remove any non-essential state variable, connect the event handlers to set the state. Alright, this is what they're telling you here, is to understand the syntax. Empty form has disabled, submit typing forms enabled button. Submitting form is completely disabled, spinner is shown. Success, thank you message is shown. Same as typing say with an extra error message. You see that? You could call the props anything you like. The naming important is not. Status empty, status success. To see the success message option, right before wire up any logic, here's the more fleshed out of products theme type. Submitting disabled, empty, submitting disabled, but I typed something. It's not enabled. Wait, it's not working. Wait, what's the correct answer here? It was Lima in the early. I guess that's the same here. So if I type the correct answer, it will be enabled. No, it's not enabled. What? The submit is disabled. I don't know if they did something wrong or anything. It's alright. So to determine what triggers those stats changes. In both cases, you must set a variable to update the UI you're developing. Yes, because if there is any changes, it will the prevent default. Okay. I believe what they added is the prevent default system. In the previous one, they didn't. Connect the event handler to set state. I am not doing any challenges, okay? Alright guys, I'm skipping challenges, but please do not skip. If you want to test your knowledge that you just learned here, don't skip the challenges. Choosing the structure. Alright, I guess I should stop here because You see, everything is from the things we did already learned, but what they're doing is they're showing in a different, how can I say, a different type of codes to show you how the interactive user interface works. Everything is a little bit changed, but remember this: these are all these are like examples of a certain small structure which you may not even use in real life, but it has values if you want like play with stuffs. You want to do some certain things, but you don't know how to do. I'm skipping this. I'm skipping everything here. These are all small coding explanations which we may not even need it in the real life applications, but they are kind of a knowledge, a small knowledge. Just in case, I'm just scrolling down to see how they're handling and passing data. Wait, did we just learn this? Oh, we looked at it earlier. Use state, react, places, data, get image URL. Interesting. As like I said, these are all you know what, let's wrap this up today. These codes may all look the same, but I mean these function of this app are the same, but the codings they're making, the codings they're changing are a little bit important, because the result is same, but you do it in many ways. Create the context. Task context provides the current list of the task. Use reducer. We're using reducer. I believe this reducer and immer, use immer, those are all something that will be necessary in the future with big apps, but just have knowledge in them, understand what they do. Moving all wiring into a single file. What does that mean? Is remove all complexity and wiring your task app component. What do you mean removes all the complexity? You can also export functions that use context from task context.js. When a component needs to read context, it can go through these functions. Use task dispatch. All right, that's a little bit, how can I say, a different functions that you call in a function using use context and task context. When a component is used to read context, it can go through these functions. Escape hatches, advanced. I'm pretty sure I will not understand any of this, but I will just look into it because manipulating DOM with refs. Synchronizing with effects. It's a video. Use ref, use effect. Oh my god, this is something will be needed, but function video player uses playing. This is literally play and pause button. Where's the video? Yeah, there we go. Video resource and play pause. That looks pretty similar. Pretty normal. You click, you play, and you pause. Okay. Many effects also needs to clean up after themselves. For example, if effect can it should return a cleanup function that tells React how to disconnect your component from that server. Life cycle preemptive effects. Okay. This is a console log, but yeah, this is advanced stuff. But this is kind of console log. But the thing is, you choose one and it goes to another based on the use state, use effect, create connection. It's a console log, but you simply show this here though, instead of showing it in the bottom. Anyway. Difference between ref and state. Use ref initiate value returns current initiate value. Use state initial value returns the current value of a state variable and the state setter function. Doesn't trigger re-render when you change it, triggers re-render when you change it. Mutable, you can modify and update current value outside of the rendering process. Immutable, you see must. Alright. The thing is, refs and state. Use state is something that stores value. Use ref is something, how can I say, it's like a okay, I don't have a good explanation for this. The thing is, whatever it does, this one doesn't. A little bit different, but yeah. This is use state. You store value and you do this. And this is ref state. Oh god, they have given the example in the bottom. You click this, nothing changes because it does not change anything. It's almost same as normal rendering, but there are times you need to use this in order for the value to stay in the same value. Fix a broken chat input type message and set noise. Set. Oh, you even have to undo. Just set it to true. I believe that is. Alright, I'm not gonna play with it. Whenever you recall such a state, all variables get state. That's why you can't save time that local where timeout is XML instead of stored in reference. Preserve between renders. Oh, see, that's what we were talking about. Use state will store and do something, but use ref will literally reverse it. So you're using use ref for timeout and use state here. So when you're passing something, you literally trigger use ref and it will reverse or stop it. Manipulating DOMs with reference. Wait, that's how we're not going. This someone was toggle on, but something's wrong. How to fix it? Simple thing is, you are not supposed to use this use ref because use state. Use state. I'm literally doing a wrong spelling there, right? State, it have to be in capital. The S have to be in the capital. Done. Start going on click. The right solution. In this example, the current value rendering output is on ref. This sign that information should not be in ref. Should have put in state. To fix it, remove the ref and use it. That's what I did. I removed use state and oh wait. I didn't put this. This is what I didn't do. Is on, set is on. Okay, that's my fault. I'm not going to next challenge. I'm going to next course. Manipulating with DOM refs. Alright, I'm stopping this because this is a little advanced. No doubt about it. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna skip it. I'm just gonna stop it for now. Once we practice with the UIs a little bit, and we will get back to it. The manipulating DOM with refs, we will continue this on next video. Because all these are advanced stuff, but learning them continually is nothing but burden, because you need these codes with, let's just say, not a practical websites. You can skip this, by the way, if you want, because oh, hooks. So keep your components in mind with network status. You might start something like this. This is a hook that if your internet is online, it will show. If it's not online, let's test that, shall we? No, let's test that. Yep, it works. Good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is also based on the online offline. All right, this is good, but not needed as of now. All right, that's the end of React. Remember, you can look this again. I didn't do it now because they're not something I needed as a beginner. They're advanced for a reason. Okay, more React Native, right? We can switch to React Native to work on it a little bit, but reference hooks, state hooks, ref hooks, effect hooks, performance hooks, other hooks. Use callback. Wait, these are something we have not learned in the learn section. Alright people, the learn is just the beginning. When you actually make some websites, you see this component, this is where the real thing is. Oh wait, that's a package, not this component. Yeah, when you make something and you need something and you just look into it and you learn it, that's how this works. But for more better practice, go to YouTube video and watch people that clone the video. If you're a beginner and you watch them, you will not understand a damn thing. But now, after you learn from the React, you will understand it so much easy. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'm ending this video with React, and in next I may start with React cloning projects, following them or something like that, or maybe just go to Express.js or Next.js to learn backend, because my goal is right now is to get some hands-on experience with front-end and backend. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video with how I'm gonna put all my learned knowledge into real skill, or I will do the practice. I hope this somehow helps you. I feel like it's not gonna be much of help since you can read the documents all by yourself, but anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys later.